Now, these fireworks are incredibly strange because they all do something that isn't normal. Because even though this firework doesn't look incredibly strange, it really does when you realize that this firework sounds like a goose. I have no clue what this is gonna do, and you are not gonna believe what's inside this box. I guess these fireworks here are super annoying. Last year we had a waterfall cake, but this one is way better. And what the actual heck is this thing gonna do? It spins. I like that. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just gonna have an absolute blast lighting every single one of these strange fireworks off. Oh my God. Look at that. This right here is the most strange fireworks I have ever featured on this channel. I cannot believe that I was able to hunt down this many unique types of fireworks. This is so many strange fireworks that I don't even know where to begin. So welcome to the Strange Fireworks Video 2025. I guess we're just gonna start down here and slowly work our way down the table and show you all this stuff around it. There are literally layers to this table. There are strange fireworks on here that you can't even see yet. All right, to start off, we did have the SpongeBob fountain one year, but now we've got Patrick. So we officially have SpongeBob and Patrick in firework form. These things here I thought were pretty unique. This is called Party Animals by Bright Star, and I actually paid 40 bucks for this. Inside looks like you get 4 fireworks, each with these funny animals on there. All right, we've all heard of the 100-shot magical barrage, but have you heard of the mini one? So this one here is by World Class Fireworks, and this is a mini 100-shot crackling barrage. I'm actually really curious to see how high this is gonna go. These fireworks here, I have no idea what they're gonna do, but they do say that they are super annoying, so we'll see. Now, what the heck is an ice sparkler? It says right there on the box that it lasts 80 seconds, and this is what the thing looks like. Look at that, there's like no handle, pretty bizarre. Additionally, for sparklers, I've got these 4-color Morning Glories. It's a 13-inch sparkler, and I believe they change color as they go. We've got the small Pokeballs, and I was able to track down the big ones, so we're gonna be testing these out. I wonder if there's actually a Pokemon inside. All right, we've all heard of firecrackers, right? But have you heard of the super firecracker strips? I am actually super excited to see what these do. I think they're gonna be louder than a typical pack of firecrackers. And yes, as you can see, these are all fused together. This is something I've never really seen before until this year. This thing is so absolutely bizarre that we're gonna have to save it and show it to you in a little bit. All right, now I have no idea what these are, so I had to pick them up. It's called Kapow by Pyrotechnics. Inside each of these boxes, you get 6 pieces. So look at this crazy thing. It's like one of those strobe pots, but I don't know why the fuse is so thick. We're gonna have to test these out. One of the weirder ones. Okay, hear me out. These are poppets, but they're super cool because the poppets themselves actually glow in the dark. I have never seen that before. Hey, also, if you guys are thirsty, we've got some Fountain Dew. And if you need a little bit more caffeine, we've got Explode Energy. But I know there's a lot of tea drinkers out there, so we've also got some tea for you. Okay, there was one year I did one of these drones by Pyrotechnics, and I was really disappointed because the thing did not fly up into the air. So guess what? I was able to track down some firework drones that actually do fly up in the air. This is called Battle Drone by Miracle, and this one is called Drone by Fox Fireworks. Okay, Universe Boats by Top Gun Fireworks. We gotta talk about them. So this doesn't appear like a strange firework, but hear me out. On the label here, it says explosive. Now, what is an explosive label doing on a spinning firework? We're gonna have to test that out. You guys remember the murder hornet craze? Yeah, well, they actually made a firework about it. Isn't it weird when pigs actually fly? And hopefully one day we get an actual 4-inch shell on the consumer market, but for now, it just comes in fountain form. This is Angel Ballet by Miracle Fireworks. Now, last year we had the trolls, but this is a little bit different. These fireworks spin vertically like a ballet dancer. This is a firework missile made out of cardboard, and it's pretty small in comparison to the Strike missile by World Class, but it's not quite as big as the Apache, and none of these can actually compare to the king of firework missiles. This is the Xenon missile by Shogun Fireworks. Now, additionally, I wanted to bring this out here to show you because this is what you call a fake firework missile. To find the fuse here, you actually have to remove the top, and you can see it's just a fountain. I wanted to put emphasis on that because a real firework missile has the fuse on the bottom. It should never be on the top. You're just straight up not gonna believe what this one does. This is one of the better fireworks from my childhood, so I had to bring it out here. Okay, this one here is super interesting. It's called Jack Flash by Big Fireworks. You'll notice it does say explosive, and that's because these are jumping Jack firecrackers. Should be fun. Now, I actually just found these the other day. What the heck is going on here? So I was really hoping the firework would be in the shape of a controller, but unfortunately it just looks like this, so a ground spinner. Here's a really interesting sparkler called the cross, and you can see right there the sparkler is in the shape of a cross. This is pretty cool and very unique. Now, I don't know what the heck these two emoji fireworks are gonna do, but we're gonna find out. This is one of the cooler things I was able to find this year. Supposedly, these fireworks go up in the air, and as they do, they sound like a goose. I have never heard a firework honk before. If these things honk, then I am absolutely gonna be finding a whole bunch of them. I don't think you guys understand how cool it's gonna be if these things actually honk. All right, take a look at these two things right here. That is definitely one of the more bizarre fireworks I've seen. In the pack, you get two of them, and it's called Aloha Hawaii. That is really cool looking. Speaking of fireworks that honk like a goose, I was also told that these do as well, so we're gonna find out. Now, this one here is pretty weird. Check it out. It's called Mad Cat by Black Cat brand. This is definitely one of the coolest fireworks I've ever seen in my life because it is a black cat that actually spins. Look at how cool that is. Now, we all know that the Komodo 3000 firework from Malcolm in the Middle is not real, but if it were, I have a feeling it would look like this. What on earth are these things? So this is the cannonball here, and then we got this one by Miracle Fireworks. It's called Inferno Mine. It should have probably been called Komodo 3000. And guys, I am telling you right now, you are not gonna believe what this firework does. I really wish that Black Cat would make these in multi-packs, but unfortunately when you buy these, they come in a pack with another aerial spinner. But this is single-handedly one of the coolest aerial spinners I've ever seen, and you will see why later. All right, mice troubles. Take a look at this crazy looking firework. And like those strobe pots with the extra long fuse, I think these are gonna be similar. They might spin, but I have no idea what it's gonna do. Maybe the mouse blows up at the end. Well, it's so hot out here that the condensation is forming on this pack, but this is called SpaceX by Big Fireworks. One of the coolest fireworks I've ever seen is in here. Let's open it up. And if we take one out, this is what it looks like. So that right there in the middle is an aerial spinner, but also there's this stuff going on down here. I think this is gonna be really fun. You guys ain't gonna believe what's in this pack. So the world's smallest fireworks are definitely cool. But have you seen the world's smallest aerial spinner? Take a look at this thing, guys. This is incredible. I don't know how on earth they're able to put these things together in the factory with how small they are, but this type of stuff right here is exactly the type of firework I love to see. How cool is that? Now, what's something you don't usually see on Roman candle packs like this? A base. That's pretty weird that they put that on there. This is in fact the only pack of Roman candles I was able to find with a base. Okay, this is the Planet Invasion. You get two of them by T-Sky Fireworks. It is an aerial spinner, but take a look at the effect it produces. It's like a crackling white strobe ring. This is gonna be fun. Now, this is the Happy Lamp. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to show you this one a little bit later because I will have to attach it to the table when we light it off. But this is a really cool and unique firework. So how's this for a smoke bomb? This is Chameleon Smoke by Stargate Fireworks. And come on, if this wasn't gonna be in the Strange Fireworks video, then I don't know what would be. Look at these two things that stick out of the side of this smoke bomb. All right, you guys are definitely gonna make fun of me for this one, but until I recorded the Joe Dirt firework video, I had no idea that ladyfingers were actually mini firecrackers. Can you guys believe that I've been doing fireworks for this long and I had no idea these exist? So the whole time I was under the impression that ladyfingers were just firecrackers, but oh no, they're mini. And when I say mini, you better believe it. Look at these tiny little firecrackers. I'll put my finger here for reference. I mean, come on. How have I never seen these before? Okay, this one here is just crazy looking. It's called the New Year Confetti Cannon by TNT. But take a look at it. So it says to hold firmly and twist. Let's just go ahead and test this out. Look at that. Oh my goodness, you should see all the confetti. It all went way over there. Now, did somebody order a pizza? Because this is the pizza fountain by Miracle Fireworks, and it actually comes with pieces of pizza. This, I mean, come on, guys. It's like they're making these fireworks for this video. These two fountains were some of the coolest I was able to find. We got Rollin' 7 by Miracle Fireworks and Red Swarm by Hot Fireworks. These things actually have some crazy effects you'll see later. Now wait till you see this one. This is called the Crazy Cyclops. It has Roman candle fountain effects. I absolutely absolutely had to pick this one up. I will say Miracle Fireworks is doing a great job at releasing these strange fireworks. So take a look at that. That's what it looks like. Emits showers of sparks and shoots flaming balls. Now, similar to the weirdness of that last one, we have the Martian by Winda Fireworks. And you guys just straight up wouldn't even believe this thing. I mean, take a look at that. What the heck are those things on the side gonna do? We got the Rubber Ducky, also by Miracle, and this is just a cute spinning ducky fountain. This is why strange fireworks are my favorite type of fireworks. Speaking of fireworks that spin, have you seen the Turret Gunner by Phantom Fireworks? Well, I'm super excited to see what this does. I think that thing in the front shoots stuff out. Now we got this one here you actually have to put together. This is called the Mad Scientist by Monkey Mania. So to put it together, you remove the base from the bottom and attach it to this little appendage right here, if we can get it. All right, now that we got it on there, check it out. Now we also have the Fiery Sunflower. This is another spinner. But this one here is gonna spin kind of a different way than the other ones do. And as you can see, I just went all out on spinning fireworks this year. Spinning fireworks are some of the coolest, so I did get a whole bunch. Oh, and don't forget, we're not even halfway through, guys, so stay tuned. Now, these little single shots here are pretty cool because it's not like a regular single shot. You're used to seeing the number 300 and number 500 tubes like this, but what if I told you what's inside this tube is actually louder than what's in here? And we literally have every single one that they came out with in 2025. Where these single shots are different is there's actually a canister shell inside the tube. As you guys know, canister shells are the loudest thing you can get, so that's what we're getting here. You just don't have to load them in a tube, they're already loaded for you. Okay, I would really like to know how Miracle Fireworks figured out what my house looks like. Yeah, this firework here is called the House of Pyro. Look at all those fountain tubes on top. What they should have done is call this the House of Cody B. Now, Sentry Gun here by Fox Fireworks is actually really cool because it's a hybrid fountain with an aerial finale. I did test this out already, but just look at the size of that. You don't usually see hybrid fountains this big. All right, we're getting weirder. This is the Valley of Silence by Raccoon Fireworks. It's a 30-shot, 200-gram cake that doesn't make any noise. I've seen this before, and it actually doesn't make a sound. You're not gonna believe it. But what's crazy is the thing still shoots up in the air. This one here speaks for itself. It's called Under Siege by Dominator Fireworks. This is definitely one of the weirdest looking firework fountains I've ever seen. And it's making some noise, so I don't know what's in there. All right, this is probably the coolest firework fountain I've ever seen. It's called Rappin' Panda by Miracle Fireworks, and I don't really want to spoil it, but I'll kind of show you the effects here. You're just not gonna believe what this thing does, so stay tuned. We got Queen Bee, which is a 200-gram cake by Red Lantern, and it's 50 shots. It has those zippers inside, so when it goes up, it makes this crazy hummer sound. And Scatterbug here by Phantom Fireworks is a 16-shot cake that kind of does the same thing. You see those photos there? Well, those stars actually swim around. Remember, to be a strange firework, you don't just have to look strange. It can also be effects. I love strange firework effects, so companies, please make more of them. Now, obviously, we know very well what strange fireworks are, but have you ever seen strange firework fuse? This fuse right here actually crackles, and this fuse here produces a willow effect. Can you guys even believe that? They're starting to make effects on fuse. I got these things here from canonfuse.com. All right, now this one here I know you were all looking at. It's called the Nova by Mad Ox Fireworks. And the thing looks like a giant rocket, but I don't think it goes up in the air. It is just a fountain. It still looks super cool. Okay, this one here we gotta talk about. This is called the King Size Cracker by Shiny Star Fireworks. And let me just tell you, these are above average size for firecrackers. Like, take a look at this thing. These are actually huge. So hopefully that means these will be a little louder, but I doubt it. Now, Attack Mode by Winda Fireworks is one I definitely had to get because you might just be looking at this thing and thinking, how on earth does it have 410 shots inside? Well, that's because this firework has a ton of Roman candles in there all fused together. We've done stuff like this before, but I've never seen one this small. 410 shots in this little thing. Now this right here, holy moly guys, you get 2,000 firecrackers in this one roll. But did you know that you are not supposed to light it here at the top? This is actually not a fuse, and if you take a torch to that, it will not light. I actually have a video on these I posted and how you're actually supposed to light them. So you can see right there on the top, it specifically says do not light, for display only. So we'll be showing you how to properly light these off later. I just want to say I'm extremely proud of myself for being able to find all of these because last year we had Kevin, but this year we've got Carl, Bond, Stuart, Mel, the evil one, purple version, and the evil one, pink version. As well as we have the fart gun, which is an aerial smoke cake. This thing is for the daytime, so we'll be lighting it off here soon. And this is one of the loudest cakes on the market right now. Oh, and just because the table's empty, doesn't mean we are out of strange fireworks. So now I'm gonna show you all this stuff. I actually cleared off the table and reloaded it with more strange fireworks. That's how many of them we have today. Also, it's 110 degrees out today and the sun is bearing down on me, so I had to put this on in case I get a sunburn. But these items are a little bit bigger, so we're gonna show you these two. So this one here is called the Lucky Wonder Wheel by Miracle Fireworks. And as you know, I'm a big fan of wheel fountains. Now take a look at this absolute monstrosity that comes inside. This is a wheel, you put it on the ground and it spins like that. 10 out of 10 firework right here. I also got the Nuclear Spin by Window Fireworks. It's a box fountain, but take a look. It does that. Now this one here is especially cool. It's called the Rolling Star by Monkey Mania brand. Costs 17 bucks, and inside you get 2 of these sticks and 2 of these stars. And what you do is you take it and put it on here like this, and boom, you've got your spinning star fountain. I just love seeing stuff like this. All right, next up, we got the largest spinner I was able to find. This is called the Two-Way Hot Wheel by T-Sky Fireworks. I've actually been dying to show you guys this thing. So if we open this one up, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to assemble this. So these two items are fused together. This is really cool, guys. And so are these. I'm assuming this right here is the base. It does also come with instructions, so we're just gonna follow this. All right, so it looks like you put this here, kind of pop it in, and then you add this middle piece, and finally you attach the last part of that pole. So if you've done everything correctly, your base should look like that. Then you take this piece right here and put it at the top. Then you take your 2 wheels and you just stick them on here like that, and they're gonna rotate. Guys, I can't express how cool a firework like this is that you have to put together. If I would have gotten something like this for Christmas, I would have been in pyro heaven. All right, this box of fireworks here is absolutely one of the most unique items I've ever found, because the fireworks inside of this assortment, called Happy Henry by Stargate Fireworks, is designed for audio and visual sensitivity. So it lists some of the things that these fireworks are made for right on the pack. Hearing sensitivity, babies, pets, seniors, and everything in here is neighbor friendly. That means it doesn't make any noise. So let's just show you the items that come inside here. So just take a look at all those fireworks you get. A bunch of really large fountains, smoke sticks, more fountains, even more fountains, more silent fountains, even more, more, sparklers, and an entire case of smoke balls. So guys, that's really cool that they are designing fireworks for people with hearing sensitivity. Love to see it. That's unique, and that's the type of stuff I like making videos on. Now, with that said, this firework assortment here is something I want to make a full video on. So I just wanted to bring it out here and show it to you, since it is kind of like a strange firework, but look forward to seeing this in a future video. Do you guys see what I see? Yes, we have a ton of rockets, and all of these are kind of strange. So first and foremost, we have the Skull Strobe by World Class Fireworks. If you haven't seen my video on strobe rockets, this is what they look like. And as these rockets go up into the air, they kind of pop. So it goes like boop, 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 all the way up, and then they explode. I've got several videos on these things, but since they are a strange firework because of the helicopter sound, I also brought them out today. And we even have some strobe rockets by Fox Fireworks brand. These ones here are really good. All right, I had to pick up a pack of the octopus rockets by Phantom Fireworks, because these things, when they go up in the air, imagine it like a ring, but the firework ring that is formed has like stars that shoot out of it. It's super cool. These are some of the cooler effect rockets. Last year, I think we had a similar pack called Spider-Mate, but this year I went with the octopus rockets. Have you ever seen a rocket with a 3-inch ball shell on top? Well, now you have, and I'm excited to show you the Big Boy rockets here. I believe this is named after a restaurant, and these are some of the best rockets on the market right now. Additionally, we have the Big Boy competitors right here. We have the blue 3-inch Knight, the gold Eye of Dragon, and the silver Eye of Dragon. None but boom in this one. Additionally, we have some really weird 3-inch rockets right here. This is called the Whomping Willow rocket. Now take a look at that. And then look at this stick, it's way longer. So what makes these rockets weird is they actually unfold. Check this out. Now you might be confused because your rocket stick looks like this. Well, that's where this part comes in handy. You just pull it down and it straightens your rocket, and now you can hold it like this. You might have to push a little further down though to be able to hold it from the bottom. But yeah, Kind of a weird rocket. These were some of the best at the time, but now I'm thinking these are the true king. Also, look at the size of the rocket tube that you get with the Whomping Willows. In comparison to a normal size rocket tube, I mean, that is just incredible. Now, you just wouldn't believe what's inside this box, and so I'm just gonna show it to you. This right here is definitely one of the strangest fireworks I've ever seen, because what you're looking at is no ordinary strip of firecrackers. This right here, folks, is a Headbomb strip. That right there is what it looks like when you lay it out on the ground. And holy cow, let me tell you, I've never seen anything like that. All of those head bombs are fused together. All right, this is something I featured in one of the previous videos, but have you heard of a girandola? Well, if you have, this is a reloadable girandola. I know a lot of people wanted to see something like this, and I'm here to tell you it does exist. Now, if we open up the box, you will see this little cylinder here, and they already have the first one loaded for you. There is this plastic stuff around the girandola. I don't know that you really have to take this off, but I'm gonna do it just to be safe. You really wanna make sure that these things fly straight up into the air. So then you take your reloadable girandola, put it on the dowel, and it should spin freely. This is super cool, but it has been around for a while. So remember those single shot canister shells I just showed you a while ago? Well, this right here is called the Justice League single shot, and right here we have the Superman edition. This is the only one in that whole pack of Justice League single shots that I haven't seen, but I've heard this is the loudest one. It's a 3-inch shell in there too. Now, what the heck is going on with this? You guys probably saw this sitting on the table earlier. These aren't my actual glasses, no, but one thing you can do is put these on while watching the fireworks, and it's really bizarre, and it does work. So we'll show you the sun here real quick. Look at that, you can see all those colorful rings around it. Now, just imagine watching fireworks through these glasses, so we will be showing you at least one example of that. Okay, by now, it's no surprise that these things exist. I feature them all the time on my channel. This is called the Nuclear Orbiter, and what it is an aerial spinner base. You light this one fuse here, and they all go up into the air. But have you seen the extra large version? This is called Battlefield Super Drones, and inside of this, it's just way bigger, so we'll show you. All right, take a look at this absolute hunk of a firework. And also just look at that in comparison to the other aerial spinners. These things are gonna go 10 times higher. Now, these items over here are especially cool because unlike most fireworks, these ones were not made in China. Now, how the heck is that possible? Well, the fireworks you're looking at were actually made in Cambodia, and I can prove it. So if you look down there in the small text area, it does say made in Cambodia. And this one here actually has a special effect, color changing bursts, aerial chameleon. And like the other one, this one here was also made in Cambodia. And this one here is called the Horror Show, also by Black Cat, but inside this box you get 4 500-gram cakes that are additionally made in Cambodia. I thought that was especially cool and pretty unique, so I wanted to include these in the video. Even though the effects aren't going to be all that strange, it is still kind of odd to see fireworks that weren't made in China. And lastly, for the strange fireworks I got this year, let's show you all the big stuff. All right, so right here we got a 500-gram cake called Ringleader, but this one here specifically states that it has a special effect called a 4-segment ring. I've never seen anything quite like this. And just look at the photo on this thing. If we get it to do that, I'm gonna be really happy. So hopefully we get lucky on those breaks. Next one up is the Crown Jellyfish here by Phantom Fireworks. And this one features a jellyfish break. So it is pictured here. What that is you get your typical firework break up in the air, but then additionally you get these jellyfish tentacles out the side. It's really cool, and hopefully they do it right. All right, Beautiful Horizon. This is a box of rockets, but it's not just any box because you'll notice here it says 25 shots. That's because this thing is literally a rocket cake. You just gotta remove this before you light it, and take a look at that, folks. That has gotta be one of the strangest fireworks I've ever done in this video. That's 25 total rockets all fused together. So every single one of these things goes off at the exact same time, and you just have to light that one fuse. All right, this is an example where not every firework has to feature a strange effect. It just has to look strange sometimes. And if this doesn't look like an absolutely weird, unusual, and strange firework, then I don't know what does. This is Thermobaric Warheads by Phantom Fireworks. I'm sure you guys have seen it at the store. The thing just looks bizarre, so we're gonna light this off. Guess what? My firework is bigger than yours. Can you believe they actually named a firework that? So yes, I did have to pick this up just solely based on the name. This has got to be one of the coolest firework names I've ever seen. This one here is called Bigger Than Yours, and inside you get 3 500-gram cakes that are meant to be lit off at the same time, making 1,500 grams in total. Take a look at how massive this box actually is. Now, with a name like Abnormal Normal, you know I have to pick it up for the strange fireworks video. This one here is by a brand I really don't light a lot of. Pyro King Fireworks, and it's just called Abnormal Normal. So what does that mean? What is this gonna do? It's been killing me. I've had this for a few months now and I've been dying to light it off. What's abnormal about it? Or is it just normal? I have lots of questions. Okay, this one here isn't so much strange as it's just incredibly awesome. Now this is a 1.4G Pro product. If you don't know what that means, basically I have a video on how to get your certificate so you can buy fireworks like this. Think of stuff like this as better consumer fireworks. Well, this is a 100 shot Thunder King, but the wicked part about this cake is they all go off at the exact same time. This is one of the loudest fireworks on the market right now, and you'll see why if you don't believe me. All right, this next one here is definitely Plug brand. Who would have thought that the Plug brand would make a strange firework? So this is called Master Bugs Around, and it is actually one of the more insane fireworks I've ever seen, and it definitely belongs in the strange fireworks video because this is also an effect that we never see on the consumer market. Think of it like flying fish, but they're smaller and there's way more of them. That's what this does, and I don't know how else to describe it. You guys are just not gonna believe what this thing looks like. I got to see this for the first time this year, and I instantly knew that that firework was gonna be in this video. All right, you guys may remember the waterfall cake we had in last year's video that actually kind of sucked. Well, guess what? This one here is the real deal. This thing actually looks like a waterfall. The one we did last year didn't have as many shots. This one is all straight up waterfall effects, and there is rapid fire at the end, so this is about as close as you're gonna get to a full-blown waterfall in the sky. Okay, for this next one, I actually brought out a couple of smaller examples that we're gonna have to show you first. So everybody knows about the Saturn missile battery, right? The little missiles inside go up in the air, they whistle and pop. And then we have the huge Saturn missile battery, which is way larger than its smaller counterpart. By the way, I only brought these out here as an example to show you that. Now, just take a look at this thing. This is something the likes of which I have never seen before. This is the 180 shot jumbo color Saturn missile battery. Look at the size of the missiles on this thing. This has got to be one of the craziest looking Saturn missile batteries I've ever seen. And also, it's not like it's small. This thing is huge. So yeah, can't wait to see this. All right, would you believe that Black Cat Fireworks actually holds the world record for the world's largest firework fountain? Well, don't feel bad if you didn't know that because I didn't know it either. I just found this the other day, and this fountain lasts 1 minute and 50 seconds, and it is definitely the biggest on the market. Now, this one here is also pretty cool. It's called Bottoms Up by Winda Fireworks, and it features 34 shots. There's something about this one that's a little intriguing though. All right, so up close here, you can see some photos. Yeah, nothing looks out of the ordinary, but take a look at the performance. Titanium willow with red, orange, purple dahlias, alternating with a unique humming sound. Did we read that right? Humming sound? So what on earth is a humming sound? Are they talking about like the Hummers or the Zippers, or is this something completely different? I've been dying to see this one too, so I can't wait to light this off. Humming sound. What the heck? All right, this is my last one from Phantom Fireworks here. Had to get it because it says right here on the box, unique W effect. So this one here is called Wonderstruck, and the firework itself doesn't feature any strange effects. But one thing it does do is fire in a weird pattern. This is literally gonna look like a W in the sky. And I'd like to think I saved the very best for last. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most unique fireworks I've ever seen in my life. It is called Neon Butterflies by Raccoon Fireworks. This firework is absolutely unbelievable. I got to see this one for the first time at WT Fireworks in Culm. They were doing their demo and they lit this off, and it caught me so off guard, it's actually embarrassing. I couldn't even get this whole firework in on frame, that's how big it was. So when this thing goes off, it literally looks like a butterfly. I know it might sound like I'm exaggerating here, but I'm not. And the spread on this is like something I've never seen before. I mean, it is basically like that. So yeah, this one is nuts, and tonight when I light this off, I'm gonna try to get super far away so we can show you what that butterfly effect looks like. Well guys, I just want to welcome you again to the Strange Fireworks video 2025. How do you like this wide shot right here? Look at this. All of these different stations of fireworks. We've got rockets, we've got Roman candles, missiles, fountains, cakes, hybrid cakes and fountains, spinners, giant 500-gram cakes, and boxes of rockets. Fireworks made in Cambodia. We've got new single-shot canister shells, 200-gram cakes that don't make any noise, and a whole bunch of daytime stuff, which we're gonna be doing here soon. Guys, this is actually the largest lineup of fireworks I've ever had in one single video. Now, because of the sheer amount of strange, odd, unusual, and weird fireworks we have out here today, I have to admit, I am very nervous for next year because how on earth are we ever gonna top this? So I would like to get this message out there for the firework companies directly in China. If you guys know any importers or people who are in charge of actually making fireworks in China, if you could please deliver this message from me to them, I would really appreciate it. Okay, firework companies in China. This is the type of stuff that we really like in America. The problem is we're gonna run out of ideas soon. So I really need some help here. I'm really hoping that in 2026 and beyond, we can continue to get incredibly strange fireworks like the ones I'm featuring in this video, but without getting repetitive. You guys over there in China are absolutely killing it with your label design and making these unique and interesting effects. I love to see it, so please continue to help me out and keep making these things so I can shoot them off for you. All right, let's do some of these daytime fireworks before it gets too dark. So we'll start with the Cannonball by Dominator Fireworks. Now, just like that one by Phantom, this thing up here is not actually a fuse, so we're gonna have to open it up here and see what's inside. All right, ready for this? Let's open it up, if I can do it here. And here is your roll of firecrackers that was once in here. And there's your fuse, so we're just gonna go unroll this and set it off. Here we go. Yeah, that was just as loud as I thought it'd be. All right, next up, the Wolfpack M2000. So just like the one by Dominator, you're not supposed to light it here, which means we gotta cut open into the side of this thing and figure out how to do it. So it looks like this is a bunch of individual rolls, but I do see a fuse here on the side, so we'll just light it there. Oh my God! Look at that! Oh my God! We made a little mushroom cloud. Check it out. Wow. All right, now we're gonna take a look at the Jack Flash by Big Fireworks. Remember, these are jumping jacks as well as firecrackers. Whoa! That's cool. Now that is a unique firework. Take a look at this ridiculous string of head bombs. This is the Happy Bomb by Cutting Edge, and each one of those is fused together. Oh boy, this is gonna be gnarly. Here it goes. Wow. I've never seen anything like this. These are pretty old, so that's why it's not working as good. That was still a lot of fun. Ladyfingers. So these ones here are way smaller than the other firecrackers, but as you can see, they're about the same loudness. All right, now for the king size cracker. So I don't know if this is actually gonna be louder than like the M100s, but we'll see. Here it goes. Yeah, it was actually a bit louder. Flashbang crackers, yeah, we gotta see what that does. Oh yeah, they are louder. That was actually pretty surprising. I thought these were gonna be about the same as regular firecrackers, but they are louder. Now let's see the Wolfpack version of that. Yeah, these are surprisingly good. Weird stuff. Now let's do something a little bit quieter. Here goes that new giant smoke ball with two sticks sticking out of the sides. Look at this, what's it gonna be? Green and yellow, that is cool. Check this out, it actually covered the firework over here. Wow, look at that. You can barely see it through there. It's gone. Wow, that's cool. Look at this smoke. This is incredible. Here, we'll try to get over here maybe with the sunlight. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't believe the plumes. Look at that. Oh, I bet it smells like the 4th of July in there. And it's still going. Well, not anymore, but holy cow, look at that. There's barely any wind out here, so this thing, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. It's still hanging there. If you were driving through that, you probably wouldn't be able to see. Look at this. I can't believe this is still here. Wow. All right, this one here is absolutely nuts. There's no good way to explain how you light this, so I'm gonna take it over to the table and try my best. Also, that smoke is literally still over there. All right, so this is one of the strangest fireworks I was able to find in 2025. It's called Follow Me by T-Sky. Now, inside you'll find this ribbon. It's attached here by this little twist tie. Now, here's what you do. So you'll see it kind of wants to pull these fireworks out of here, and hopefully they stay on the string, because sometimes these are actually meant to fall off. So if we can do this correctly, they shouldn't be falling off right now. All right, so it looks like we got them all. Now this ribbon here that comes attached with the firework, you just undo this little twist tie, and you have this really long ribbon. Now it says here on the effects, it's a 20-piece fountain that is left behind. So I'm going to demonstrate how to properly light the Follow Me. All right, so we have our ribbon, and we're just gonna have the fireworks follow us. That's what you're supposed to do. And they drop behind you as you're walking. So take a look at this. Each time one of them drops, it creates this fountain that is super cool. We might have to start going back the other way, because I don't know if you guys can see these things. This is awesome! I love strange fireworks! And that's it. So as you can see, this is one of the coolest, most unique fireworks I've ever had the pleasure of finding. Now, this is officially our last daytime firework, and holy crap, if you've never seen this before, you're not gonna believe it. Here goes nothing. This will wake up the neighbors. Look at that. Wow, look, it's like a rainbow over here. Wow. Oh my God. That's one of the best right there. Look at this, guys. You can't make this up. Strange fireworks, baby. Look at that rainbow. Okay, so I just had to come back on here because it has been 1 minute and 30 seconds. Look at that. It's still over there. And you can even still see some of the blue, green, and yellow in there. Now we're gonna get started on some of the other stuff. As you can see, we got a whole line of fountains, bunch of stuff over here, rockets, but pretty much the rest of this stuff is for the nighttime. So we do have to wait for it to get at least a little bit darker before we get going on it. All right, well, I think it's dark enough to start testing out some of this stuff at least. Here goes two of the little mini aerial spinners. Look at that. Oh, they didn't even take off. Well, that one kind of did. All right, this one here says it's super annoying. Let's see just how annoying. It better at least whistle or something. Okay, it's just a strobe. I had a feeling. It's not really annoying though. These are kind of cool.
These are annoying. Hurt my eyes.
You don't like them?
I hate them. I'm not even gonna look at it.
I like it. Still going. This is gonna be a really long video, guys. So make some popcorn, you still have time.
Look at it.
All right, we're about to see what happens when pigs fly. Here we go. Holy crap. It's loud tonight, no wind.
Now I have to get my girlfriend a dog.
Okay, this thing I've been dying to see because of the explosive tag on there, so let's see what happens. Does it actually explode? Let's find out. It's spinning. All right, nothing really explosive about that one. Murder hornets, yeah, those things suck, but this firework doesn't. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's going. Look at that thing. It almost came back.
That was nice.
Now let's see what this thing does. Oh boy. No wheels on it, so it should just be a spinner. There it goes. And then it's supposed to take off up into the air. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, separated.
Yep, and then it's still going down here too. What the heck? Okay, that's cool. All right, let's test out one of the kapow. I don't really know what to expect out of this, but it's like a strobe pot. Yeah, it's spinning. What the heck? And then I think it's gonna flash at the end. Yeah, just like that first one. This one's kind of wimpy though. So this one is called Mice Troubles. Let's see what that does. Honestly, what kind of trouble do mice have anyway?
That kind.
All right, now it's gone.
Maybe that was the joke.
So I'm thinking, oh yeah, it is spinning. But what happens at the end? I don't know if it does anything. No, that's it. Now let's see what this one here does. Should be another spinner, but there's something in the middle. I don't know what that is. Look at that go. So far, this one's going the fastest. Okay, what's in the middle? It might go nuts.
I think it's done.
It is done. All right, this one here is actually unbelievable. This is gonna be our first crazy one of the night. Blow Your Top by Black Cat. Trust me on this one, just wait for it. Starts like that. You're not gonna believe what happens here though. Look at that. Super cool. All right, this is that super spinner that makes like a ring effect in the air. This should be a good one. Look at it go. All right, it was like a half crackling ring. Angel Ballet. This thing is nuts. Wait till you see it. It spins like a top. Look at that. Oh, it tipped over kinda, but you get the idea. Now we're gonna take a look at these strange fuses. All right, so this is crackling fuse. Take a look at that. So you could fuse up your canister shells or whatever like this, and it would be crackling the whole time. All right, this is the willow diadem fuse. Look at that. So it's shooting out like willow stars. Pretty cool. You don't usually see fuse like this. We're gonna test out these drones. All right, firework drones that actually fly. Wait till you see this. Man, they're really bright. Wait for it, we got red and blue flare. Here it comes. These things are gonna take off. Oh, it's like angled. Look at this. Okay, I like this. Oh yeah, there it goes. They're going up. Nice. Wow. Nice little rings. All right, we're gonna test out these sparklers now, and this one is called the Cross.
Why do they call it that?
It's like a holy thing. Here it goes. Look at that. That's actually pretty cool. Very unique sparkler.
Oh yeah.
And a good message on the pack too.
Sure. Absolutely.
I'll show it to you later. It's very nice.
Okay.
Plus snakes and sparklers are the only ones I like. All right, what the heck are ice sparklers? Let's find out. Okay, so this is pretty cool. What's interesting is they call them ice sparklers, but I don't think those are cold sparks. That looks pretty hot. So, yeah, I mean, it's putting off smoke too. Usually cold sparks, when you see them, they don't put off smoke. Interesting. Okay, now this sparkler here is supposed to change color like 4 times. I'm not thinking it's gonna do that though, because right now it's kind of just like putting out these little sparkles. And we had, in the last Strange Fireworks video, we actually had some like this, but these ones right on the pack, they do say 4 color changing smoke, or not smoke, sparklers. But so far this is all we got. Still pretty cool, not gonna lie. All All right, so this one here is really interesting. It's called Glow and Bang. Inside you get a bunch of these poppets. However, these poppets are coated with glow-in-the-dark dust, whatever that stuff is.
No way.
Yeah, wait till you see this. So we actually need to put this on the LED for a little bit so it takes in all the light. After that, we will kill the light and show you how it glows.
Oh yeah.
All right, so look at that. He's holding them in his hand and they are glowing.
Not very bright, but they are glowing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me see this bag again. So that's what they look like. We'll put them back in there and you can see them glowing. Crazy. So Cade's gonna demonstrate how one of these works.
Oh yeah.
They're tough to hear. All right, wait till you see this thing. I've actually never done one of these in the Strange Fireworks video, so this is the first one I've done. It's gonna be super cool. Here it comes. Oh, maybe not yet. It does something really cool at the end though.
What happens when that string gets too tight?
I don't know. Man, this is awesome. Here it goes. Yeah, take a look. That's what it looks like. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna get started on the fountains. And there is a whole ton of these, so this is probably gonna be 25 to 30 minutes worth of fountains. Let's start with all 4 of the animal party. What's crazy is these are actually really expensive, but they have some nice effects. Look at that.
Those are really loud, actually.
They're nice. Probably not for the price though. Whoa, that's cool.
Huh.
I don't even know what that is. That's not crackle. That's something else. All right, here goes the little teapots.
Teapot. I'm a little teapot. Short and stout.
Oh, look at this. There is a song, yeah. Macy sings it all the time. That's it? Oh my God. This is one of the fireworks from my childhood. Surprise, surprise. Wait till you see it.
Surprise, surprise.
This thing can catch you off guard if you're not careful.
Are you sure?
Yup.
Okay.
Trust me.
Oh!
Yeah.
There it is.
Pretty cool. Until 4-inch shells are legal on the consumer market, we'll have to settle with this. This is the 4-inch ball shell fountain.
Imagine it just blows up.
Plug brand. At least it's got some good height.
Oh, wow. I mean, you know, like those big bursts in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you're in the sky.
You
know, like
I kind of have a feeling I know what you're talking about.
right.
Yeah.
It felt like we were right there. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
It's like a mini fireworks show, like if we were ants.
yes, if we were
Yeah,
ants.
yeah. Here goes Explode Energy. So if you need some caffeine, this is the firework for you. Oh, wow. That's really bright. Hold on, I'm working on it.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
I'm gonna test it. Just to prove what I was trying slow-mo under there, and you guys aren't gonna be able to tell the difference if it's way up in the air or if it's a little sparkler thing like that.
I'm actually interested to see that too.
Yeah, is this next one do that too?
I think so, yeah. Well, that energy drink was cool, but nothing beats the good old-fashioned Fountain Dew. But we're gonna be looking at this one through the glasses. All right, so take a look at this. I'm gonna show it to you now, and now through the glasses. Look at that. Makes it way cooler. Yeah, that is really cool. Oh, look at this now. Look at it. Oh, look at this. We're looking at it through the glasses. You can see colors that aren't there. See, there's no color, but then you look through here. These are wicked. What does this look like? Look at that. All right, so your theory is correct, because that does look like a fireworks show way off in the distance.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're trying to say here.
I know.
Those look like actual firework explosions.
It does, yeah. If you know what I'm saying.
The ants. The ants, man.
The ants around here are
Yeah. Well, these were pretty cool. Next up, we got these little emojis, the happy one and the mad one. Let's see what they do. Whoa. The flame on the left one is blue, and the one on the right is orange. Oh, I knew that wasn't it. Look at this stuff. I don't even know what that effect is. Too bad we weren't able to get close up and show that effect. Now for every single minion I could find, excluding Kevin, because I did that one last year. Here we go. This is gonna go nuts. This is every minion. Look at all the different colors. We got red, green in there. Wow. Oh, look at this now. Holy crap! Back it up, Terry! The evil ones are going the longest. It ain't done. Okay, now it's done. Now for the dynamic duo, SpongeBob and Patrick. Oh boy. Hey, they're even the same. Well, kinda.
That's not my wallet.
Look at this, guys. Nice white strobe on SpongeBob.
We're all goofy goobers, yeah. Goofy, 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 goofy goobers.
Sweet. Now for this crazy looking rocket fountain called Nova. I've actually been really curious to see what this does. Okay, it's definitely getting up there. I'd say that's about 8 feet. It'd be really funny if this took off at the end. They made you think it was, oh geez. They're just making you think it's a fountain. Hey, that's actually really high up in the air.
Right.
All right, moving on, we got one that's actually gonna be really cool. Here goes the Red Swarm by Hot Fireworks. Check this out. Wait for it. There we go. Look at that. It's crazy. Oh my God. Wow. Rolling 7. This is the dice cake. And I'm thinking, if I remember right, oh yeah, this is a good one. Look at that. This is a good one. So you can see there is a strobe inside the cake. I can't get close to it, but it's lighting up all the little dice spots. It's got a, whoa, look at this white strobe! This is incredible! Look at that! Oh my God, you can see everything. Look at this. This might just be the best fountain. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is gonna be up there. This is top 10 for sure.
Oh my God. Oh,
Look at that. Yeah, you can see it now. Yeah, so look at the dice. I know it's a little bit out of focus, but yeah, this is definitely one of the best fountains ever made. Now for the weird looking fountain. This is by Dominator, Under Siege. I don't know what those big tubes do, but let's see. Oh, whoa! Look at it! Oh my God. Does it do it again? There's like 4 tubes on here, so I'm thinking it does. What? What is that?
they're all different.
There was like a flame thing. Whoa, there they go. Okay, this is awesome. I actually bought 2 of these and I'm really glad I did. There's more! Look at them. Did somebody order pizza?
I should go bizarre right now.
Yeah. Well, this is Order to Go Pizza by Miracle Fireworks. We just lit every slice. Let's see the whole pizza. I have a feeling this is gonna be nuts.
Pretty big box.
This is the entire pizza. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. It's definitely loud.
Well, if you like loud stuff, that's a good one for you. Pokemon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Gotta catch them all. So let's catch them all. This is all 3 of them. I don't actually know what these do. I've never seen them. And I'm working on the light. Here we go. That one is kind of crooked. There's also a hole on the back. I don't know if there's any significance to that, but we're gonna find out. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, they're moving. Oh, they were supposed to move. Dang it. Oh, they're kind of, I really wish I would have known that. I'm gonna have to get these again next year. That deserves some redemption. Holy crap. All right, now we are moving on to the really cool, sometimes spinning fountains. Let's start with the Martian. Those arms are gonna do something. We're gonna find out. Oh, he's angry. Here goes the arms, I think, coming up. Oh my God, look at that. That's awesome. Sweet. Here goes Aloha Hawaii. This is actually really pretty. The arms on this are also gonna do something. I think they're gonna spin. Whoa! But are we gonna be able to film it though? Because if it's doing this, I won't be able to see it. Here goes the arms. Look at this. Oh my God, that's wicked. It's kind of out of focus, sorry. Rubber ducky. This one should be kind of fun. Miracle Fireworks doesn't really disappoint. So let's see. Oh, here it goes. Oh, it's going, look at that. Look at him go. That's cool. Here goes the mad scientist. Look at how weird this thing is. This one is a spinning fountain, so hopefully it works. It's got some strobe stuff going on. I actually haven't seen this one before. Look at it. Oh my God. It's like a portal to a different dimension. We'll get you a top shot of that. Look at that, guys. Wow. Now that's a firework right there, folks. I just wish they would make some of these that like take off at the end, but you know, not like the small aerial spinners. It would have to be this big, but then go way up in the air. Oh, what the heck is this now? It's too bright. Look at that. Now let's see the Fiery Sunflower by Miracle. This one is a spinning fountain, but it spins the other way. So we'll actually be able to see it without going up there. Here it comes. Man, this one's got a duration before the spin. Here it is at the end. Oh, it ain't spinning. Dang it. It must have got stuck. All right, this one right here is the one I was most excited to see. Here goes the Turret Gunner by Phantom. I just wonder if it's gonna shoot stuff out of that little tube. I think it will. It'd be really cool if it was like a Roman candle and it was shooting them everywhere.
They'd probably get us.
Come on, please be like a Roman candle in there, please. Oh boy, what's happening? I really hope it shoots stuff out. Okay, there goes the turret. So it's not like a Roman candle. Oh my God, look at this. Look at that. It's absolutely blasting the fireworks around it. Holy cow. What if it set off the one on the right? That'd be cool. Man, that thing is spinning. Look at this spin. Wow. Next one up is the Mad Cat. Okay, so we got fountain stuff coming out of the right ear. Here it goes. I think it's gonna start spinning. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, it wanted to go, but it ain't going. Dang it. That's happened like 3 or 4 times tonight. Now let's see these weird star fountains. These are gonna be really cool. Oh yeah, look at that. Holy crap. This is incredible. Oh my God. Wow.
That sounded like my dog's turbo diesel.
Look at that, guys. This is the good stuff right here. I don't care what anybody says. Wow. Oh, that's a firework right there. All right, now for the two-way Hot Wheels. Where this one is different is they spin in opposite directions. So you should be able to see some wicked shapes. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this, guys. Prismatic in there. We got prisms and stuff. Maybe some triangles. What do we got? Look at it go. Wow. That is cool. And the fact that you actually get 2 of these in the pack so you can reload that is even better. God, I love strange fireworks. You just can't beat this right here. Look at that thing. Wicked. I think this one here and this one are gonna be the best spinners of the night. So before we do those, let's see the world's largest fountain. This thing lasts 1 minute and 50 seconds, I believe. It's got a big duration on it. Real nice effects in there too.
Quite calming.
It's nice for the backyard. Yeah. But, oh my God. That's cool. It was like a green strobe. Holy crap. That is actually getting like way up in the air. Oh my God, what is this? Whoa! Whoa! Okay, that was really nice. Well, if my house was a firework, it would definitely be this. House of Pyro, Miracle brand. Oh boy. I had a feeling this was gonna be nuts. That's literally a house over there. Hey, this is gonna be a good one. Look at that. Wow. This is what I like to call a grade A firework fountain right here. Whoa. Probably can't get that one in California. All right, I wanted to save this one for kind of the last one. This is Rappin' Panda. This thing, you're not even gonna believe it. I saw this at the Star Fireworks demo for the first time, and this is hands down one of the best fountains I've ever seen. The cool part is at the end, so just watch. Here it comes. Yep, here it is. Look at this. It just shot all those out. Look at that. Oh my God, is that ever cool. Wow!
And they blow up.
One of the best right there. All right, this is one of the best spinning fountains. Nuclear spin. Okay, look at this. Hopefully it spins. There's a chance it doesn't. Whoa.
That's a lot of power.
Oh yeah, this is great. Sometimes these fountains are better than aerials.
The effects are certainly unique.
They are, and they're pretty.
Yeah.
Now we're back to this stuff again. Yeah, this is a great one. I just don't know where the spinning comes into play.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Oh my God, look at this. Look at it. Oh my God, and each one has a different color. We got green and red in there. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, I think we saved the best fountain for last. This is the Lucky Wonder Wheel. And you ain't gonna believe this if you haven't seen it before. Oh God, here it goes. Yep, here we go. Big starfish. Oh my God. Big time portal. We'll get a shot of right above that. Look at that go. You could probably mount this to a pole and then you could see it sideways, but I don't know how you would do that. This is cool enough though. It's spinning so fast, like the camera can't even pick up how fast it's spinning. Look at this. Yeah, this is the best one. God, look at those colors in there. It's got speed too, let me tell you. By the way, look at this. It has been like 2 minutes and that thing is still freaking spinning. All right, we're moving on to some stuff that does actually go up in the air. So here goes our Roman candle with a base. I don't know, I thought this was kind of weird. Usually Roman candles don't have a base. These are really tough to gauge because I never know how high they're gonna go. So I just like showing this part. See, like, look at that. I point the camera up there and then we can't even see it. There's one. Ugh. It's tough. The struggle is real. All right, before we do the real firework missiles, let's do the fake one. So this is a fake firework missile. It's just a fountain. But you guys that live in fountain-only states would probably see this and buy it thinking it goes up in the air, but it doesn't. Now let's compare that to a real missile. Way over there. And now a little bit of a larger one. Holy cow. And the Apache. Now this is the biggest missile of them all. Oh boy. Yeah, way over there. Now let's see this little mini magical barrage. Usually you find these and they're really big, but this one's small. Hey, that's kind of cool. It ain't really getting up there though. Goes really high though for a fountain. Weird. All right, these are the ones I'm most excited for. This should sound like a goose. It's supposed to honk. This is the honker cake. Let's see. Is that it? Yeah, that's not what I thought they were gonna do. See, I was really hoping it would honk. Dang it. Well, since we know they're not gonna work, here goes the other geese. Hey, that one's a little better. You know what? This one I like. Yeah, that sounds like a honk. Wow. Here's one of the craziest sounding cakes, Queen Bee. Listen to this. Yeah, that's always fun. That was really enjoyable. Scatterbug by Phantom. This should also be kind of interesting. Yep, there they go. So it's like colored flying fish. Look at that. Well, I think it's rocket time. Let's start with this octopus rocket by Phantom. Check out the brake on this. Okay, well that definitely did not work. Have you ever seen a strobe rocket? Well, for those of you who haven't, this is what it does. Yeah, that is one of the most intense fireworks ever made. Here goes another strobe rocket, but this one by a different company, Fox Fireworks. God, those are just great. All right, these are some real big hefties. Here goes Big Boy Rocket. You're not even gonna believe the sound on this thing. You could hear that for miles. Now for the 3-inch Knight. These are also pretty gnarly. Look at that. Huge break. Whomping Willow. 3-inch, foldable. That is really not good. That was the worst type of shell for that to happen on. Oh boy. Now we got 2 of the Eye of Dragon rockets, but nobody's ever seen the gold one with the silver one. Check this out. Yeah, that's intense. Look at this thing. All the way to the ground with it. All right, this one here is actually really insane. Here goes the beautiful Horizon rockets. You just light that one fuse there and this whole thing rips. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be gnarly. Oh my God. Look at that. Are we gonna get hit with sticks? Yep. Oh boy, they're falling all around us. Now before we do some of these big single shots, let's go ahead and do some of those hybrid fountain aerials. This is the Cyclops, and it does say Roman candle effect, so it should go up in the air. Yep, there we go. This is cool, and we still have fountain stuff happening. Getting up there too. Wow. Yeah, this is a good one. I don't think the one on the left went, did it? Ah, there it goes. Now they're going. Pretty cool. All right, this next one here is 410 shots, attack mode. Roman candle hybrid fountain. Oh yeah. You know, I don't know that we actually had a fountain tonight that made this kind of fluttering sound, so I'm glad this one does. Okay, here comes our 410 shots. Look at that. It's going crazy. I don't think I counted 410. Now for Sentry Gun. This is the largest hybrid fountain on the market. And also a hybrid fountain means that it starts as a fountain, but then it shoots up in the air at the end. Or vice versa, it can also go the other way around. I've seen it both times. Oh boy. Here it comes. Any second now. Big crackle on it. There we go. Okay, we're gonna show you this for a second and then we'll pan up, because otherwise, you know, some of these things don't really go as high as the rest. Some of them actually pop down here. I never know where to point the camera. Now for the Inferno Mine by Miracle. This is the Komodo 3000 lookalike. And if that firework was real, it would totally be this. So yeah, there is some fountain stuff here, but this, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. Wait till you see the end. Getting up there. Yeah. Now for the 200-gram firework that doesn't make any noise. This goes up in the air, but it's quiet. Safe for the backyard. Valley of Silence by Raccoon. Yeah, when it shoots out of the firework, there's obviously some noise. But up there, it's generally good. I'm inhaling smoke from the fireworks right now. That's why I'm coughing. Pretty cool. All right, so we'll start with the smaller of the two aerial spinner barrages. This is Nuclear Orbit. So try to judge how high these go, and then we'll show you the other one. See, they're still going. Pretty cool effects on them though. All right, now this one here is the larger one. Super drones. These things go way higher. Check this out. Yeah, these are way nicer. Look at that. Wow. How can you not appreciate stuff like this? Now these canister shell single shots, I have an entire video on all of these at once and show you what they're all about. Look at that! Those are those new canister shell single shots. Now all of those were cool, but wait till you see this one, Justice League, but the Superman edition. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the real deal.
I was not. I didn't even
Holy crap. Mission Control, reloadable girandola. These are a lot of fun. Pretty nice. So now we're moving on to the big guns. And starting with Horror Show, this firework was actually made in Cambodia. Here goes all four, the whole kit. This is real nice. Wow. Getting smoky. Ten out of 10. This one here is also made in Cambodia, Aerial Chameleon. And it changes color. Some of them do anyway. There we go. Pretty nice. Planet 9 attacks. Cambodian, huge Noab. Oh, look at them rings. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Wow. Super impressed with that one. All right, this is probably the strangest looking firework cake I could find. Thermobaric Warhead by Phantom. You know what? Some real pretty effects. I know people like to give Phantom a hard time because of their price, but hey, you can't beat this stuff. Yeah, those were real ball shells in there. Speaking of Phantom, this is Crown Jellyfish, so it should make a jellyfish effect in the air. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can see the little tentacles. They kind of shoot out the side. Whoa. Heavy crackle at the end. Okay, I've been waiting to see this one since I got it. This is Bottoms Up by Winda. Apparently it makes a humming sound. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like Harry Potter. That's cool. I was thinking it would be something else, but I'll take that. All right, supposedly this one's gonna make a W in the sky. Okay. Where's the W?
That is the W.
Yeah, it's supposed to be crazier than that. I think it'll happen at the end. There we go. That is kind of a W. See, you can see it. Whoa. All right, this is the largest Saturn battery you can buy. So here we go. I bet it's gonna be stupid loud. So far, it's kind of like the other ones. Not too happy with that. Like, why would I buy this? I could just get the cheaper 25 shot one. Okay, now it's, oh yeah, here we go. God, that's loud.
I had to plug my ears on that one.
Yeah, if your neighbors don't like fireworks, light that one off. All right, this one here is actually gonna look like a waterfall. The one we did last year didn't quite do it, but this is the right cake. Yeah, look at this. They're coming all the way down, baby. Now that's a waterfall. Look at that. This is incredible. Finally, somebody did it right. Wow. All the way down. All right, what's it gonna do? Abnormal normal. I literally only got this one because of the name, so I'm hoping it does something weird. Oh, big brakes at least. Hey, that's nice. These are huge ball shells in here. You can just tell they aren't cans by the symmetry. Yeah, Pyro King. Good stuff. All right, this is Ringleader. Hopefully we see that picture on the front happen in real life. Let's see, come on. Oh yeah. That is really something else. A couple of them are sideways, but wow. I did not think they were gonna get this right. That is unbelievable. This one's gonna be gnarly. This is Master Bugs, and it makes this crazy, yeah, look at that, scrambling fish, but it's like none you've ever seen before. And they're colored too. Yeah, why can't we get more fireworks like this, guys? Look at how they scramble. Jeez. Big slapper right there. All right, so Cade's gonna light this next one so I have time to get away from it, but this is Neon Butterflies. Okay, I should be far enough back. You are not gonna believe this. It looks like an actual butterfly. Yeah, look at that, guys. That's just an amazing cake right there. Now it's time for This Firework is Bigger Than Yours. Here we go. I hate that this video is coming to an end, but I'd like to think we're gonna go out with a bang here on this next one. Look at how pretty this is. Yeah, that firework might just be bigger than yours. Oh, it definitely is. Wow. Very vivid blue at the end. Strange Fireworks 2025, but we got one left. Loudest one of them all. Raccoon 100 shot, red, white, and blue, instant. This is our finale. Wow! Oh my God. Well, we did it again, folks. Strange Fireworks 2025. What a way to end it.